a rectangular shaped patio. Do you agree with that? Okay, so he wants to build it. What are the dimensions of this patio he wants to build? Tell me one. Kamaria.
13 and
5/10. 13 and 5/10 by what? By 43. Okay, so in this situation, I need to find the what? What's the question asking me first? The first question is, what is the area? To find the area, what's that fun little formula we know? A equals
13.5.
length times width, right? What is my length?
13.
43. What is my width? 13 and 5/10. How am I going to write this though, guys? What am I going to put on top?
13.
13 and 5/10 because it has more digits. So I'm going to put 13 and 5/10 times 43. All right, so guys, what I'm doing is I am multiplying a whole number and a decimal times another whole number, right? This decimal goes out to the what? Tenths. So my answer is also going to go out to the tenths place, right? It's going to go out to the tenths. All right? But am I going to worry about that decimal and the tenths place until I get to the final product? Right. So what am I going to do first? Multiply what?
3 times 5, 3 times 3, and 3 times.
Okay, do that and get that first partial product. Jana, what'd you get for it? 405. Okay. And after Jana did that, she had to do some housekeeping, and her housekeeping was put her 0 because she's already multiplying the ones. Get rid of the 3 and erase anything that she what? Carries. Okay, now I'm going to multiply the 4 times the 5, the 4 times the 3, and the 4 times the 1. Do that and then get your final answer. Add your partial products and get your final answer. With a decimal. If that final answer doesn't have a decimal, it's wrong, wrong, wrong. I'm hot, hot, hot. If I could stand where you are all day.
It feels good right here.
Asa is in,
He is in the dream spot.
he's in the dream spot.
Mhm.
Shh, shh. All right, second partial product. Who can help me out? What'd you get for it, Aubrey?
4,400.
4,000.
5,400.
Excuse me. 5,400. For a final answer of, who can tell me my final answer? Kamaria. 5,805. Wrong.
She said and.
But I know, but it wasn't 5,000. Say it again now.
580 and 5.
Girl, that's so pretty. 580 and 5 what? Because if this goes out to the tenths, my answer has to go out to the tenths, right? My final product. And if I don't put that decimal, it's wrong. Because there's a big difference in 5,000 feet and 5,500 feet, right? All right, so let's look at it. So my patio is 580 and 5/10 feet. Let's look at the next question. How many concrete tiles, will he need to complete the patio? How many concrete tiles? How big are the concrete tiles? 12 inches, which is 1 foot. So we need, however, how many 1 foot tiles do we need to cover 580 and 5/10 feet?
580 and a half.
Can you buy a half?
No.
So you probably need to buy how many tiles? If they come in 12 square inches, which is 1 foot. 581. I'm going to need to buy 581 tiles because 580 tiles won't get it. because I'll still have half a foot that I've got to cover, right? That's like when you decide what to do with the remainder. Do you drop it? Can you round up? Or can you split it up? Can you share it? Okay? In this case, we had to round up, didn't we? We needed 581 tiles. All right, turn this application problem over. Turn this page over, 191, to the back. All right, and let's do a little looking and talking. All right, I want you to write this problem on your paper. Okay? Looking at this problem, once again, I'm also multiplying a whole number and a decimal times another whole number. You agree?
Yes.
Okay, this decimal goes out to the what? Hundreds. So your answer has to go out to the what? Hundreds. Your final answer has to go out to the hundreds. So that means you got to have two numbers, two digits on the right side of the decimal, correct? Obviously, I'm going to rewrite this vertically, right? So I'm going to rewrite it. And then I'm going to use my standard algorithm to multiply this. Do you agree? Okay, so I'm going to get my first partial product, do my housekeeping, get my second partial product, add them up, and then get a final answer with a decimal that goes to the, all right, do that. Do that. Multiply both. You finish, Wade? How? I just told you to start.
Well, I thought you meant when we first got it.
I really don't mind. Check to see if your answer goes out to the hundreds, because it doesn't look like it does. Does yours go to the hundreds? What does yours go to? No, it doesn't. The tens. This one goes out to the what? Hundreds, because there's two digits to the right. You only have one digit, so it would be just as wrong. Just as wrong. Put it bold, because you know I got old eyes. Don't give me a weak decimal, okay? I know, but if you'll just make it fat, you don't have to write the word decimal. All right. Final answer. Who can give me their final answer? Aaron. 302. And what? And 58 hundredths. He is correct. 302 and 58 hundredths. This has how many digits on the right? How many?
3.
No, it doesn't. How many do you have? None, actually. Okay. All right. Now, let's try this problem. Let's look at another one. Write this down. Write this problem down. You got it written, Easton? Oh. Okay. Somebody, y'all noticed some stuff. You noticed that I gave you those fancy equal sign, which means what? Estimate, right? So it tells me about. Because can we use our estimation to check to see if our answer is correct? It helps us a lot, doesn't it? Okay, so let's look. This time I'm multiplying a whole number and a decimal number that goes out to the what? Hundreds times a number in the hundreds, right? Okay, so 8 and 26 hundredths. What's the whole number? 8. So it would round to about what?
8 or 9.
So which one? With 26 hundredths?
8.
8. So this is going to be 8. That is going to be my rounded number. So 8. 128 is going to round to what, Aaron? 100. Okay? So my estimate is 8 times 100, which is
800.
800. So should my answer, when I get the exact answer, be somewhere near 800?
Yes.
Pretty close. It's not going to be 8,000, is it?
No.
It's not going to be, and it's not going to be 80, right? Okay, so I'm going to work this problem. 8 and 26 hundredths times 128. I've got 3 factors I've got to multiply by, right? This one can get tricky. So I'm going to multiply the 8 times the 6, the 8 times the 2, and the 8 times the 8. Do you agree? Okay, 8 times 6. Put my 8, carry my 4. 8 times 2, plus 4. Put my 0, carry my 2. 8 times 8, 64, plus 2, 66. Lots of stuff. Okay, now I got to do some work. Housekeeping, what do I need to do? Mark out the 8 that I multiplied. Erase what I carried. Put my 0 because I've already multiplied the 1s. All right, now what have I got to do?
2 times 6.
I got to yeah, you do that and get that product, and let's see where we are. Ava, I feel like you're doing a lot of erasing for some reason. Check my math. Did you get that for your second partial product?
Yes.
Okay, a little bit of work. Stay with me on this. Jan, I feel like you're doing a lot of erasing.
I was just crossing that.
Very good. I need to mark out the what? 2, erase the
Carry.
what I carried. And Gabby, what else do I need to do? I marked out the 2, I erased what I carried. Put what?
No.
The 0?
2 0.
Oh, why do I have to put 2 zeros? Because I'm multiplying a number in the what? Hundreds. And 100 has 2 zeros. I've got to put 2 zeros or it's not right. Now I'm going to multiply 1 times each of those. Correct? Okay? And then I can what? Add it up and put my decimal where it goes. Add it up and put your decimal where it needs to go. Do you have the same numbers that I have? I don't know how you have 1,000. I have no idea. When I add it up, Jana, watch. Maybe you're right.
Yeah. I got 1
Sorry, Jana. 1,057 and 28 hundredths. Is 800 near 1,057?
Yes.
It's only what? 257 off. right? It's only 257 off. It's somewhere near there, right? So it is a reasonable estimate. A reasonable estimate, all right? Let's look at another one. Okay? In this one, I've got a whole number and a decimal times another whole number, right? And this decimal goes out to the what? To the what? Hundreds. So my answer's gonna go out to the what?
Hundred.
So that means there's gonna be 2 digits to the right in my answer. All right, I want you to round 82 and 51 hundredths. 82 goes up to what? What's the biggest place?
80 or 90 is the highest.
Biggest place? Tens, right?
Oh,
So it's either gonna be 80 or 90. Write down what you think it's gonna be. 63 rounds to what? 60. So I've got 80 times 60. 8 times 6,
40.
48. How many zeros?
4,800.
4,800. So that's a pretty decent estimate. So now I'm gonna write exactly the same numbers, and I'm gonna get an exact answer, because you went shopping and you told your mom that you need $4,800 for something. And she said, what? And you said, well, let me give you the exact number to be sure. So you gotta give her the exact by multiplying it out and having your answer go to the hundreds. Multiply both factors and put your answer at the end. Should this number, your final answer, be in the hundreds or in the thousands?
Thousands.
I would think it's probably gonna be in the thousands. I bet it is tomorrow. Final answer, Easton, what'd you get?
5,198 and 1,300.
5,198 and 1,300?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that reasonable to 4,800?
Yes.
It's only about 300 off, isn't it? Tucker, she's gonna get up so you can sit there, baby. All right, it's pretty reasonable, okay? And the answer goes out to the what? To the hundreds, correct. All right, now, let's look at page 193. They've got some think bubbles on here, don't they? All right, let's look at our directions. Directions are so important. If we don't follow them, we're gonna be off and lost, aren't we? All right, read my directions for me. Asa, go ahead.
Estimate the product.
What's the first thing I have to do, guys? Estimate the product. I estimate the answer by first rounding the what? The numbers that I multiply, and those are called factors, right? The numbers I multiply. So I have to estimate, I have to round this factor, okay? All right, after I estimate the product, what does it say I also have to do? Asa. Solve using the what? Oh, guess what's out of there? The area model. It's gone. And it says use the thought bubbles to show your thinking. Okay. And it says if you have to draw an area model on a separate sheet, you could. But do we need to, or do we know our standard algorithm? And it's much less what? Work. Okay. All right. I want you to go ahead and I want you to look at this first problem. Read that first decimal number for me, Akayla. Hey.
I'm sorry.
You're fine. Where we go?
Okay. With me outside.
Okay, so they're gonna walk out and go left? Okay, I'll have them there. Let's get ready.